today's class. Today I want to show you something concerning organic chemistry 3, and I'll base my concern on how to assign absolute configuration as either R or S. That is it. So by the end of today's lesson, I think you shall be in a position of assigning the absolute configuration, whether it is S or R. Now consider the provided organic compound. So the compound is a 2-methyl-1-butanol. The structure is shown there. Now when you look at the structure here, for a matter of studying it, you can see the hydrogen atom being attached, and it is being viewed away from the viewer, and therefore we consider hydrogen viewing away. When you look at hydrogen, you view it away. Remember, when you consider a dash just means away. So the atom that is attached to the dash is being viewed away. Then I'm also having a wedge. Remember, a wedge is there, that is H3C. A wedge that just shows that atom that is attached to it is being viewed towards you, being towards the viewer. Now, for us to assign absolute configuration, whether it is S or R, there are some 2 steps that I will guide you to assign them. Number 1, you are supposed to locate each and every atom, the priority basing with the atomic number. Therefore, we shall just consider the atoms within the chiral carbon atom. We consider the chiral carbon atom, and the chiral carbon atom is here. And therefore, having known the chiral carbon atom, we shall now locate the priorities now, basing with the atomic number. Now let's see. When you consider the lower part here, it is CH3, CH2, then I have CH2OH, I have H, I have H3C. You realize that CH2OH is having more atomic number than any other here, and therefore I'll come and assign it a priority number 1. That is very important. Now, after assigning that is CH2OH priority number 1, I'll now move and assign for priority number 2. Now let us see. Among the remaining 3, you realize that CH3CH2 is having more atomic number than any other 2, and therefore I'll assign CH3CH2 the second priority, and therefore I'll come here and give it priority number 2. Now, having known priority number 2, you need to assign up to priority number 3. Now let us see. Between H3C and H, you realize that H3C is having more atomic number than H, and therefore you need to assign it priority number 3. So you will come here and assign it priority number 3. Then probably H shall be priority number 4. Yes. Now it is very important here to note how the hydrogen as the priority number 4 is being viewed. If it is viewed away from the viewer the way it is, there is no problem on that. But take care when it is viewed towards the viewer. The solution is very different. We shall see in our next class. But today, I just want us to know something on assigning when hydrogen is viewed away from the viewer. And therefore, after assigning, you now need to write that is a 1, 2, up to the 3rd priority, excluding the 4th priority, because it has no effect. The 4th priority has no effect. So let us see how, when I draw this, it will be. So when I draw 1, 2, 3, it shall be that the chiral carbon atom is at the center. Then I'm having priority number 1 as H2OH, remember I assigned it as priority number 1. Then I'm having CH3, CH2 as priority number 2. So CH3, CH2 as priority number 2. Then lastly, I'm having priority number 3. It was attached to the wedge. So therefore, you will come and assign it the way we've done so as H3C. Then remember we assign it as priority number 3. Now after extracting that, the step number 2 states that you now draw an arrow beginning from the first priority, moving to the second priority up to the third priority. And let us see. The first priority is here. So when I want to draw the arrow from the first, second up to the third, I'll now consider first, second up to the third. Meaning, if the arrow starts from here, it will be moving this way. And therefore, I'll come and move it this way. Now, after drawing that arrow from the first priority all along to the third priority, you now consider whether it is clockwise or anti-clockwise. If the arrow was moving clockwise, then we shall assign it as R. But when it is when the arrow was moving anti-clockwise, then just assign it as S. That is it. Now, when you consider this here, you realize that the arrow is clockwise, and therefore we shall assign it as S. And therefore you shall have that is R. Sorry, please. That is R. Remember, we've said everything. The arrow was clockwise, and I'm saying that you assign it as R. Yes. So I think our next class we shall now be looking at, in case now that my arrow is moving anti-clockwise, how will we assign it? We shall assign it in the opposite of that, which is S. But as for now, let us just consider the structure that I've drawn, and the signing is R as indicated. Otherwise, mark the basics there so that at least you can do more concerning the other configuration. Otherwise, let me meet you in the next class. Bye.